we're gonna get back on this set of steps that goes up to the greenhouse. We're gonna cut a line with the cutter and then shovel that out. I just want a distinctive line of, well, I shouldn't say, I want it to where the bark mulch stays retained in that, because this ain't real good grass, but I want to be able to weed whack up against it or push mower. We're gonna do both sides and we'll dig it out. I'm hoping I can sneak in here with the BX, bring some loom in, and we're gonna kind of plug plant each side of the steps with these hostas. I think it'll look kind of cool. These are all like hostas that we moved from other places in the yard that were getting kind of suffered, you know, drowned out with other stuff. A lot of this stuff we bring home. I guess my wife calls them rescue plants. The job I was on last week, we brought home a bunch of hostas. People put them in the ground like 10 years ago. Oh, they never grew. They kind of put them in a real gravel, a rocky gravel, so they just stayed small because they couldn't go anywhere. The rocks were like the size of potatoes. But we brought those home and we put them in buckets for now up at the greenhouse to soften. We're going to let it root out a little bit, then we'll find a place. We got a lot of places in the yard we want to do some we're going to start working on our yard a little bit. It's a tool I don't use much. I normally do this with I got a couple shovels that are specially made for cutting edges like that. That's what I normally use. I probably use this 3 times a year. Maybe a tank or two, maybe 2 tanks of fuel, but I always run True Fuel in it because it sits so much. I want to say I bought this, I don't know how many years ago, but I think I paid $99.99 for this thing, and it's awesome. Hey, do I have a square shovel? Oh, is that what that orange one is? I'm going to bring the BX around. There ain't much of that that's worth even putting in there, and I don't want the grass in there anyway. So this hillside here is something we did when the kids were real young. This used to be all pine, and this land just fell right on the back of our house, so we kind of shaped it and did what we could afford at the time, which apparently wasn't a lot of loom. We're going to bring that up and start throwing it in the bucket to get rid of it. We got a small line in there. I'm going to bring some good loom in, a planting mix I have. Down here I'm not getting much crazier because I don't really want to get into the root system of either side of this. That's a tree that we had that's about the only original thing that's left up on this hill. These we brought in years and years ago, but we got to do some cleaning up, but slow but sure. I also want to show the reality. We forgot to lock the gate one night, and that's what a deer does, and I'll show you the ones over here. The deer will eat those things right down to the ground if you let them. Alright, we're back on this. Got it all dug out. This side here was a little more difficult because there was a lot more root system to that tree. Over here was a few pieces. But I cut that out all. I'm going to cut out just because of the root system that's in it. We're putting the marigolds in there because the deer don't like the smell of them. That way if we forget to leave the gate and leave the gate open again, we're trying to do our best. The deer kind of come and go. You normally, like, we'll see them on camera, so they'll hang around for like a month. So if you deter them from coming in here, they'll move on. Normally it's someone else's yard. So do everything we can to deter that. So, but they don't tend to like the smell of them. That's why you're seeing them get planted like we are. All right, we'll get back to it. I got my wife helping me today, and she doesn't like being on camera, so. I'm gonna finish bark mulching, and then I'll do a quick walk up through what we did. I think it's looking pretty good. Pretty wet and rainy today, so but we'll get a quick picture. So this is I guess the finished product. Some of the hostas the deer got too, we still put them in. They'll come right back this time of year if you don't let them in again. But that gives her a walkway up to the. I left this opening because we were putting the babies in and out of that, and that will give them a place to stand. I'm probably going to put some type of stepping stone here, and I'm going to guess everybody's going to want to step out here, so we'll put something for a stepping stone. But other than that, that looks pretty good. Nice to work for myself once in a while. We just lifted those pavers up and reset them. It made an odd size, so I just threw some brick in. I don't know, I like odd stuff like that, so a lot of people may not, but our whole yard is recycled pretty much. A lot of that lumber was stuff left over from jobs. These pavers and bricks are stuff I've taken out. We found these little cast iron feet yesterday just driving around. Someone had them at the end of the driveway for free. That and a couple bird feeders, so I grabbed them. Welcome to New England. So, one man's trash, another man's treasure. We did use the ones that the deer ate a little bit of, but they'll be back early in the season. Up here I just added a couple more stepping stones. We had those left over from a job, so we planted those. We're going to be redoing this whole bark mulch before we're done. I know we're going to be stepping out of this side here, so I left a stone there. But overall, I think that looks kind of cool. I think the grandkids will like it over the years, running up and down. So this is just a quick, short video, but I'm going to try to tape more stuff like this. Like I said, if you like my content, please like and subscribe. I'd like to grow the channel, and this is how we're going to do it. A lot of people watch my videos now, but I shouldn't say that. A lot of people have subscribed to me too, but getting people subscribed is hard. Everybody says that in all the videos. But I do a lot of different stuff, so hopefully people like what they're seeing. Thanks for watching.